We rolling right now?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. He probably doesn't have a Halloween costume. You gotta be festive. This bad boy's gonna drop before Halloween at least, right?
Yes.
You probably drop it 3 days after.
Yeah.
People already got the Christmas lights up. You're like, Halloween special! Hey guys! You're like, these motherfuckers is always late. But Steffi fucking Cohen.
525.
525? She put hashtag road to 600? That's a big road, but still.
And just a couple days ago, she was pulling 500s for 4s.
500 for 4. I remember, and when I say I remember, I mean like 2 weeks ago, 500 for a single. Dude, she's a beast. And this girl doesn't believe in deloading.
No.
Her peak, her cycles.
Her peak's going to be like 3 years from now. It's just like a steady run.
That's right. I've been peaking for this meet for 3 years. How many deloads? Deload. RPE 10 this shit.
Yeah, her deload is dropping at 10 pounds and doing triples.
Yeah, that's right. I'll drop it 10 pounds, but I'm going to do 2 more.
Yeah. At 120,
Water loading.
at 120 pounds, too.
Water loading for North American Bench Press Championships. Just so it's not just extra gin today. Yeah, man, she's a beast.
I wonder what she cuts from.
Well, it says on her thing, body weight. She gives her body weight every time. To just give perspective. Because if you don't know, she looks jacked. Yeah. So you might think, oh, fuck, she
I don't think she's
150.
very tall.
She's 123 pounds.
Yeah.
123 pounds. She's jacked, though. She looks pretty jacked. Like my girlfriend was like, I'm like, how tall is Steffi? Because she looks jacked. She's only 123. That's why you need to put your body weight on there because you can't. Okay, he's ready. Let's rock and roll. But of course, I'm gonna be Bane. But of course.
My hair okay?
you forget to shave, motherfucker.
Turn your Wi-Fi off.
Jesus, you're bossy. What up? Of course I'm Bane. And take a look. Let me show you our boy Randy here. I'm gonna fucking snap a pic of this cool. Jesus Christ, Randy. It's hard as fuck to take you seriously right now. 1 second here. Oh, I got it on selfie mode. There we go, Joey. I sent you a picture of Randy to your fucking Facebook. The guy looks like a fool. Actually, you could maybe even see it with this.
Hold on 1 sec.
There's Randy.
Why?
Exactly. Why? Why, man? I told him dress up for Halloween. This guy comes as a fucking Ewok or some shit. So what's up?
And Ewoks are pretty badass.
Yeah, no shit. They can scrap. They can scrap it out when it comes time to. So what's cracking, man? How was you just rested up from the USAPLs or what?
I mean, it's been nonstop work since then. We actually booked the flight a day after, the meet ended, so I could work. Well, we had Tina wanted to go to Disneyland, but I was like, I'm just gonna work that day because if I get back and I have this much, it's and I would have been fucked because a lot of people needed their training that Monday. So the fact that I was able to get a whole day of working, literally I worked like 16 hours that day, but there comes a point, and this was like the whole previous 10 days, where you're so tired and exhausted and you're running on like no sleep that like your body goes into like almost like a survival mode where like you just it like taps into your stores, and you just somehow you just do it.
I want people
it's
to
so
know.
Weird.
I want people to know, just because some people might not know. Fucking Joey is the hardest working man in powerlifting. So tell us, how many days you handle every damn day. Tell us when did you get up, when did you go to sleep, and then you got to plot. And if anyone's ever handled, god damn, it's a lot of work, takes a lot of energy, and then you lift it in prime time.
Honestly, we'll get to me lifting, but so I'm on Los Angeles time, and Florida's 3 hours ahead. So the fact that we had to be up like 8 o'clock almost every day. I think there was one day where, like a middle day, where I got to sleep in, which fucking helped a lot. Yeah. It just felt like every minute of sleep that I could get was just worth so much more because it was so scarce. But yeah, so for me having to wake up at, I had to be down there like at 8:30. That's really 5 my time. Yeah. I was fucked, man. I was running off, took my little Utopian, and my main issue was just trying to keep my weight up because, I sit in front of a desk all day, and then I lift, and I come back, and then I'm sedentary, right? Yeah. So for me to go from that, like the week of a meet, like the week before meet, to being on your feet, running around, I must have made 1,000 trips from my room to the, down to the thing, and it was 3 platforms, so I'm running back and forth, and I'm running to the front, and and I have to go get somebody in because they don't have a wristband. There's all these different things, and I'm like, I just had to make sure, you had to prioritize what's important. So the lifters on the platform, the attempts, and then the close matches, right? And a lot of, I think we had 27, 28 people compete. I know Gino said like 30 something. But yeah, it was like 28 people compete, and 16 of them qualified for the Arnold, which is the most that I've ever had qualified for the Arnold. No shit. As a matter of fact, in 2015, I only had 8 or 9 people. So the fact that I had this many this year, I think last year we may have had a little bit more, but we were not nearly as impactful. We didn't have as strong of a squad. We were able to get the win, but it's just growing every year, and I'm just, we had a lot of guys that, I had a 93 that was nominated 9th. We ended up getting 4th, and we lost to Ashton, LS, and Dave Riggs, so I'm not even mad about that. I was like, dude, like, do you realize you lost to like a fucking god, a legend, and a freak. You know what I mean? And so for him to have gotten that 4th, we actually really needed those points too for the team.
Shout him out right now. Who was it?
Jonathan Keiko. Shout out to Jonathan Keiko. He is an up and coming 93 kilo lifter. He's got a very good bench. I would say a way above average bench. Very good. Good deadlifts. High 6s, 700, and then his squat is like low mid 6s. We got to just get that up, and I think he'll be a threat. We're still new together. That was our first meet together, and always going into these meets, I'm kind of like, are they coachable? How is our dynamic going to be? But he listened very well. He did everything I told him. That was basically like all he had to do was lift, and there was actually a situation where, I don't know if Chance's coach heard me say this, but he was right next to me. But basically, I had it so that if Jonathan were to make his lift, he would tie Sean Moser, who's a freak, by the way. And if Sean Moser missed, we would beat him on body weight. But if we missed, Chance could catch us and beat us on body weight. So and then David Wolfson missed his opener and second attempt. So it was like literally from those third attempts, we like so many different possible scenarios could happen. But it ended up literally working out the best possible scenario for us. So David Wolfson bombed out. Sean Moser missed his lift, and we made our lift, so that means Chance going to catch us, and then we ended up getting 4th. And it was like, those are the moments. No lifter in a meet should have to deal with that stress themselves, because you have to know what everyone's doing. Granted, there are only 8 people in that flight, so you have to move. Like,
so
there's like, go.
How can you do this all week and like you not lose energy day in day, and the pressure you got.
I can't.
It's fucking
I have no choice, dude. You have no choice when you put yourself in that situation. You can't lose energy. You have to. I'm not gonna lie. On Thursday night, when it was time for Russ and Sean left, I was fucking hurt.
Yeah.
I was hurting. My body was hurting. My feet were hurting. My shins were hurting. You know, but like mentally, you just have to. Like you're just running on adrenaline, I guess. And that day was really hard because not only did I have 2 days prior of you know working, but I had it was my most packed day. So I had girls and linemen in the morning, and then I had, you know, the afternoon session, and it was hard, but we got it done. Like I had a ton of 83s the session before that, and it got so hectic to the point where I believe I had multiple situations where 2 lifters were going at the same time, but luckily like one is a third attempt, so I don't really need to see it. Yeah, I want to watch it, but at the same time, for the second attempt guy, I have to put his next number. So it's like, hey man, you got it now. You know what to do.
Bars loaded. It is what it is.
Bars loaded.
Yeah.
You know, I got to run over here, but everybody did really well. I am, you know, obviously we got the win, and I'm really fucking pleased with everything. There are a couple like I'm really remember when we were on here. I was on here last. I was talking about Sean and how he was a big variable, and we didn't know what was going to happen with his foot, and how it would affect the squat and his deadlift. In terms of like the volume that we missed because of it, I think there was just we weren't able to materialize the meat that like had he not gotten hurt, you know, he would have beat his last performance, and he would have done great. You know, I believe he would have beat Charlie. For sure. It just, you know, we weren't able to get it done. I'm going to do a whole breaking that meat down and explaining why, you know, some of the decisions that I made, and kind of like my main concern with working with Sean and how, like he is so close to me, he is a smart guy, and he's very cerebral, and he wants to understand why I make every decision, and he analyzes everything. Mm-hmm. But there are times when you just need to, like with a lot of like with most of my lifters, literally like all of them, except maybe even Tina. Like me and Tina, we'll go at it, but once the platform's ready, she just lifts what I put out there, and that's what I need. You know, Sean missed his second squat on depth, and you know he's giving me the look like we're gonna go up, right? Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then like Russell, and this is what I love, and this is what I need from my athletes. Russell, John. I'm naming them because they're big names, and you guys know them.
Yeah.
They let me do my thing, and I feel like when there's only one person holding the ship, I feel like most powerful. You could say like I can do. I know that the lifter is going to execute. I completely trust in them, you know, to get it done, and then I can just kind of focus on okay, who's trying to catch us? What do we need to hit what wilks and and they're just going to lift, and it's like it's like, you know, you got the gun on the tank, and then you got the wheels, and they're both independent. They're both independent, but together they make a fucking machine.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Okay, good
and that's
enough.
what we need. And that's what we need. It's like, you know, hey, I'm gonna position the tank, and all you gotta do is fire. You know what I mean? So, and towards the end of the meet, like with Sean's bench, I really started to get into that groove, and I felt like, okay, we're moving now. He's hitting everything I'm putting on there. But, you know, I mean, we couldn't, like, a lot of meets are won and lost on the squat. Tina's matchup against Susie, when I saw Susie's opening squat, I knew that I was expecting her to hit like 353. I was like, best case, she hit somewhere around 360, and, you know, we're going to really need to be on our shit. She didn't do that. Her opener was slow, and I was like, okay, so, you know, we're on, she's not, we win. All we got to do is hit depth. You know what I mean? So, you know, the squats are very, very important. They have a lot of the momentum, It's like kickoff in a football game. If you fucking come out there and you smash the other team in the mouth and you hit, you know, get a touchback, whatever, the other team's going to be like, oh, fuck, like, these motherfuckers are here to play.
Yeah.
But if you screw up on squat, then you're kind of playing catch-up the whole time, and mentally it's very difficult to kind of battle that. But I'm going to literally do a whole video on Sean. He still Wilks 499.
Yeah.
So like,
yeah,
it's like that's fucking crazy.
He's like,
and then he's gonna be good, man. Arnold is gonna be it's going to be just like I said. He's going to do his thing. I'm going to do my thing together. Like, I'm going to put the weight on the bar. He's going to lift it, and he's not going to think, and we're just going to move. I had another guy, a very important junior, 105 lifter. Shout out to Mikey Davis. This kid he totaled 1797 at his, I think it was like second raw meet. He's a freak. He's, we're adjusting his squat. He ended up going 645, 435, which was very easy, and then 722. He had a very close matchup. This is why I didn't lift as a 105, because he had a close matchup against Michael Panaccia, who pulls like almost 8. As a matter, and basically it came down to the other Mikey, putting 788 on the bar, and us just waiting like, oh fuck, I hope it doesn't pull it, and it didn't move, luckily. But then a couple days later in the gym, he pulled 793 on the deadlift bar very easily. Wow. So I knew he had the strength, and I kind of hate when you're like, oh fuck, I hope they don't pull it. Which kind of goes into. You just posted about Steffi Cohen.
Yeah.
And first off, she's an animal. She's a beast. She's a freak. But for those kind of sumo pullers, especially where there's a certain angle of the femur, let me see if I could do it with my hand, right? Where the weight's not going to move till they get to this angle, but they kind of start here. So they don't really move until their back rounds. And the hips kind of rise till about right here, then the weight comes off the ground. That's when your leverage starts to get easier. On the deadlift bar, you can kind of get to this position, and this is true with me too when I used to pull sumo in USPA when I used the deadlift bar. Then the weight's going to move. But on a stiff bar, we're using a legal bar at freaking Nationals. That bar's not moving. You know what I mean? Even with that much weight, it didn't move. So it does make a big difference, but if you compete where a deadlift bar is allowed, then hey man, have at it. That's completely fine. And I think the illegal bar, I'm talking about a completely different subject now, but that's what I like about Nationals. It's fucking hard. You're lifting on hard equipment. You're having strict judging. There were some calls throughout the week that I was like, what the fuck? Like, I've never seen that before. I had a guy walk out and get a start command when his head is down and he's still setting his feet. And then he does the lift, and they're like, oh, you didn't squat when you got the ready. And it was like, what? And there's jury, right?
Yeah.
But there's only 6 jury, and there's 3 platforms, and they're all looking every which way. And you need three of them on you. Yeah. You know what I mean, to flip a call. So it's like, what can I do? That was my number one complaint from Nationals is, how am I supposed to fight for my lifter to get their lift overturned when I don't have enough jury looking at us for that to even happen? Then why even have them there? Maybe if there's like an American record, then for that lift, they all kind of look at it to make sure. But if we had 3 more jury and they each were just focused and designated on one platform, I think I could have got a few more calls overturned. I did overturn a couple very obvious ones, like, spotters taking it early or, stuff like that, missed loads, whatever. But that was like my main complaint. Other than that, the meet was fine. We had sufficient warm-up equipment. Prime time was good in that it was less people, so we could kind of do our thing. But for me, like when it was my turn, if there's a topic you guys want to start, we could do it whenever. I just me, I'm just gonna go off and stop me.
Well, we can go division by division, but you finish your thought first.
Yeah, no, we're just gonna say, like, because I had been there for 6 days and I had already been in that venue, I was so familiar with everything. I knew which type of bar was on which platform in the back and which rack was what rack. I knew what was the ER, I knew what was because I had been there so long. I just knew I knew everything. I could fucking tell you how the color of the tens, with some greens and some flags, based on whatever platform, but. It just, for me, it didn't feel like it was as, because the prime time, I don't know if it was everybody was tired or what, but once we got to the big boys, it didn't feel as, I guess because my goals were, when you go into a meet and you're holding a lot of strength and you haven't put it on the platform, you're really excited to kind of like materialize this performance. My goal was just like, don't bomb out and get to the Arnold. That's it. Because, you know, I'm beat to shit. That was the worst I've ever felt going into a meet. Absolutely fucking terrible. You know, the way I felt. I dropped every single one of them. I didn't drop my squat opener, but I dropped my bench and my deadlift opener. I didn't have to drop my bench because as the meet went on, I started to come to life. Like, the sodium started to hit me more, and my third bench was pretty easy. But I set it up to where my second pull would give me the Arnold, and then I could go for a PR at a fake 105. Like, if I go truly 105 with the strength that I had from training, and I don't have to handle anyone, I can just focus on me. Oh my god, I'm gonna fucking murder. You know, my 120 Wilks. I already know. I already ran the numbers because I could weigh in light and I don't have to really do much. You know, I was kind of locked in at 120 because I had done the Arnold at 120, and if I wanted to be on Sunday, that's what I had to do. Mad about it. And now I don't even know if I'm going to do this. And Russ doesn't lift Saturday. He'll be lifting when I lift, and you know there's money on the line at the Arnold, so I need to make sure that those guys can get their cash. You know what I mean? They got to get paid. So I don't know what I'm gonna do for me. We'll see what happens. I'm still waiting on invites, like who's gonna do the Grand Prix. Where is Ray Williams gonna lift? Because if we have to go against Ray, then we might want to move a certain day and not compete against him, just because. I mean, he's like he could win on openers. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
he's gonna Wilks like 550 on openers. So, and Kelly's coming, I believe.
Kelly Brand? No shit.
Yeah. So no, I know he is because in the thread, the meet organizer said I'm gonna, stay tuned for the invite. And he's got a big Wilks, so we need to avoid the supers. Hopefully the supers can battle it out. And we could just kind of be over here and sneak in, get the check, and get out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, man, let's go through those weight classes.
Let's take a little look. See,
got it up.
We got them printed off. Let me check over here. Randy, you want to start it off at? Let's see. So we'll go by
Allegra Hudson for the 47.
Yeah. Did you check much of the 47s? I got a little wind out of my sails when I found out Heather Connor wasn't lifting.
Yeah, hold on. Everything on the same page. Can you guys see me still?
Yeah, man. Yeah, we see you. Yeah, Allegra Hudson won it. Emily Ho took second, and Lisa Rothman took a bronze. And then
okay, so are we talking about female 47 open?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know a whole heck of a lot about them.
Yeah, here we go. Allegra Hudson, is that who you're talking about?
Yeah, does that mean Heather Connor cannot defend her world title next year?
She can't.
Damn.
She had to compete, but I think she had some kind of abdominal stomach issues going on. But she seems okay now.
It's a bit of a blow for the U.S. team when you got a defending world champ. Got to pull out. Now, I don't know a hell of a lot about Allegra. She can fit right in and possibly snag a title anyways, but... she's down by, at least 60 Wilks points, so... Yeah,
I don't know.
It's tough. That's a big blow to
she's
U.S.
young. Yeah, shit. You never know. I know that that class is strong in the international level, so... We'll have to see. It's really unfortunate that Heather couldn't make it. Maybe Heather will do the Pro-Am at the Arnold or something to kind of maybe a little bit of redemption or something. But moving right along to the women's.
Yeah, and so Marissa Inda. She didn't. I don't think she had any kind of a PR day, but she got the job done. She's going to defend her world title again.
So if he didn't get that third bench. If you look at the difference, Tina would have tied her and won on body weight.
No shit.
Yeah,
that was close, huh?
We could have gone for it, but I think she scratched her third because Marissa was hurt. But basically, Marissa actually got her third bench, or she missed her third bench, her foot slipped. She got a redo.
Yeah.
And she got it on the second try.
I didn't think she was going to get that redo, man. I was like, oh, I don't think she's going to get this.
Yeah, I don't understand what went on there. But I mean, she got it and she won. But, like, look how Tina's right there.
Yeah.
And our plan is just going to be stay in the pocket and just get stronger over time. I'm sure Marissa's going to try to do the same thing. What I'm hoping is that they both make the world team, because the only other girl that wilks higher than Tina that wasn't a winner, I think it's Kristen Dunsmore by like 0.01. So yeah, so they might take Kristen over Tina, but you know, there's always a couple people that can't make the trip or they fall off.
Yeah.
But shout out to, you know, like Susie and Tina both went 9 for 9. If any of them miss, you know, that becomes a problem. This is a very tight grouping right here.
No kidding.
So, you know, everybody needs to be on point. And I know Matt Gary's not going to do anything dumb. They're going to stay in the pocket. They're not going to risk anything. But Tina did very, very well. You know, 509 Wilkes. This is her best performance. And that's what we just got to keep bringing to the table.
You know what? All three. So if Tina goes, because Susie can go as a master. Obviously, Marissa's going to go defend her title. And if Tina can go too, all three podium finishers could be going to the Worlds. And those are all three world-class women right there. You know, so that's strong.
Absolutely. So I think I have faith that it's going to happen. I really hope that it does happen. And to see all three of them kind of be there to represent the women after kind of being like role models, I guess you could say, for the young for the smaller women. Will be super dope. I mean, I know for Tina this has been like years in the making, so hopefully this performance is good enough to get her in. You know, and also like Matt Gary, if Susie wasn't as good as she is, like I don't know if we would push as hard. We need that you know, someone to chase, someone to motivate us, someone to kind of, you know, you can't take a day off because they're not.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
It's good because Susie's a legend, and Matt Gary, obviously, his level of handling. Yeah, you couldn't make a mistake. They're both OGs. You could not make a mistake. It was a great push. You know, it got the best out of Tina.
Absolutely. If you don't know what you're doing, you might be stronger, but you're not gonna beat those people just because you're gonna make mistakes.
Yeah, because they're not making mistakes.
Nope. And yeah, it was a great little fight. But like I said, it was very different for me because when I knew that Susie wasn't as strong as I thought she was gonna be, you know, I immediately was like, oh well, I think we have it, because I was expecting. I know she can do it. I thought she was going to chip her world record. She actually hit a PR deadlift, Susie, which to still be hitting PRs at her age is very, very impressive. So
no shit. It gives a little inspiration for us. Now, hitting up the 63-kilo women, the Jennifer Thompson story is pretty good. Like, you were saying there was rumors in a prelim.
You skipped over the 57s.
Oh, did I? Oh, shit. Let me go back to the 57 women. Woo! Oh, Jennifer Milliken, who
Milliken just annihilated everyone.
You know what?
No surprise here.
And I think we all picked Jen. She's defending world champ. We're filming back-to-back episodes, and we're actually filming her next. I can't believe I almost skipped over. No worries, Jen, we got you.
Tell her Joey Flexx said hi.
We'll do. It was just the Jen Milliken show. She just ran through. She's going to defend her title.
Everyone. Yeah.
Tight finish on second and third, though.
Yeah, there were some battles, but Jennifer definitely ran that one, like, just by a long shot, too. Her Wilkes, 541 Wilkes, man, she's killing the game right now.
Yeah, that's...
Killing the game right now. I mean, her and Marissa Inda going head-to-head in Canada is going to be... And Marissa Inda, okay, Canada hasn't had an open world champion yet in the IPF.
Maria T, you mean.
Or Maria T, sorry. And, I meant to say Maria T. So Canada's hosting the Worlds, and her and Maria T are going to do battle in Canada. And Maria T is like that girl who's right on that line to winning the Open World Championship. So that'll be a good showdown.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a good shit, man.
So the 63-kilo women. Now, this one was a fight. Now, Jennifer Thompson, you were saying you thought she was injured. There's rumor mill, and she was keeping it tight-knit. apparently went through surgery. They thought it could be career-ending hip surgery. She wasn't dead and squatting nearly as much. Came into this telling herself, if I squat 3 and pull 4, I'll be happy. Ended up pulling like a...
I didn't even know that she went through surgery.
No, but you thought there was something up.
Yeah, I knew something was up. I knew that she wasn't 100%. Look at that missed bench opener. She goes up 15.
I know, man. So I know.
Goes up 15.
Listen, when me and my girlfriend watching this, she missed her opener, went up. We were like, oh Jesus, like, come on, man. And it was tough. That was a tough bench. I didn't even know she'd come up for a third bench, and she did. And we're like, oh shit. She needed it.
Look at her jumping 30 from her opening deadlift. You could tell that she was kind of like trying to see where she was at.
Yeah.
And then go from there. She got it done. Sam Calhoun.
See, I think in this battle 63s, I don't know, I could be full of shit, but I think I remember saying Jen, then Sam, then Chrissy D.
I think you did, man. I think you did. I was rooting for Kristen. I wonder if that world record or that American record attempt would have given her. I mean, it's 178 on the dot, so it has to be some sort of record. I wonder if that would have given her enough to beat Sam. So definitely very, very close. Sam is a beast. She was being handled by Matt Gary, so you already know 9 for 9.
Dude,
you're not gonna miss.
Her fight. Here's the thing too with Sam. Me and my girl were watching it. She had a huge fight in her last squat, huge fight in her last bench, and a huge fight in her last dead. Every single kilo she had in her body was put on that platform. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't like, well,
that's what it takes, man. I'm gonna expand on this when I do a recap of Russ's meet. But when there are times when you want to stay in the pocket, you don't want to push too hard, and you want to just get the win.
Yeah.
And there are times when you are gonna need to put every fucking pound on that platform.
Yeah.
And go 9 for 9 if you want to win, because that's how close it was.
And well, they both ended up the same. 475 totals, body weight she took. She had to.
Kilo difference in body weight.
Yeah.
Yeah, but look how much that affected the Wilks.
Yeah, that's what I noticed too. That's huge. 1 kilo.
Literally 1 kilo drops the Wilks by 7.
Woo, yeah, I know, man. Yeah, it's pretty big.
Yeah. So to correct myself, Kristen. So Jennifer and Sam are both going to go to Worlds, right? Because they take one more woman than they do the amount of weight classes that we have for them.
Yeah.
So the next would be Kristen and then Tina, which means, either Kristen declines and Tina goes, or, it just depends. Or everybody goes and nobody gets to go. But Kristen ended up beating Tina by 1 Wilks point. And that's why, you want to win, but you also need to keep in mind, you need to out-total the other person. But Wilks is really important for that kind of stuff. Look at that, the top 5. We actually had somebody out total someone and Wilks less than them.
Oh shit, we had 4 girls in the 500 and up Wilks. I didn't even notice that. No shit.
Yeah, so
Megan Scanlon, wowzers, man.
She came in light.
She came in light,
but in that weight class,
4
you look
girls.
at that by 2 kilos,
dude,
you jump 30 Wilks.
This is like a world championship when you got 4 people, 500 Wilks and up. That's nuts, man. That's how competitive the 63. We were saying that the battle 63s will be the one that walks for the
Bailey
win.
got 17th.
Yeah. I wasn't expecting anything too crazy.
Yeah, it's so funny when the announcer's like, IFBB Pro, Dana Lynn Bailey.
Well, what is happening?
And I'm just like, what the fuck?
I hardly recognized it. But anyways, so let's take a look. Do you want to move on to the 73 kilo women? Because I know we got all the men as well after. Kimberly Walford, just ran shit, basically. And she was hitting PRs, too.
Actually, hold on, let me see. 541 Wilks, let's go back up to 57. 541.29, 541.37.
Yeah.
Damn, so she beat Jen by barely.
Just barely. But see, man, Kimberly, she hit a PR deadlift. I don't know if it's a PR total, but she was actually people are wondering when she's going to start coming back down, right? Not yet.
Well, didn't she take a squat?
Not yet.
On the squat?
Squat PR, dead PR.
Dude, I didn't know she was that old.
Yeah, man, she's a year older than me. She's still young. What are you talking about?
30. What is she? 30?
Hey, man, she's Randy's. She's our age, bro.
She's turning 40 next
39.
Yeah.
39?
Yeah. She's a kid. She's a kid,
man. Well, yeah. I mean, if you keep lifting, you're gonna stay young. So
yeah, forever young, like Jay-Z said. So, and then she basically didn't have much opposition there. I mean, the girls are strong, but compared to Kimberly, who's a GOAT. Now, here's where maybe we'll talk about afterwards. But do you think if it's between, Kimberly, probably Jen, in terms of who's the GOAT with the women, is it Kimberly? Are you a Kimberly guy or you a Jen Thompson guy? For the girls.
Man.
That's a tough one.
The immediate thing that comes to my head when you say that is Jen Thompson. But to be honest, between Jen Thompson, Kim, and Jen Milliken, it's like they're all fucking absurd.
Well,
they're all ridiculous.
For right now, but Jen Milliken doesn't have the resume these girls do yet. I mean, overall,
because she comes from another federation.
Yeah,
but the other thing is too is that Kimberly's 5 years younger than Jen.
Yeah. So you're thinking in 5 years she might have a resume that would be...
Yeah, like to be...
Well, yeah,
Jen's longevity is ridiculous. Jen's longevity is ridiculous. And to come back from that surgery is insane. Her story, even though her story after coming back at her age, at 44, and recuperating when they said your career's probably over, and coming back, taking this, and then going to defend her title, it's fucking nuts, man. That's why, it almost makes her legend bigger. This is shit you make movies
The thing is, I'm going to kind of lean towards Kim also because she's got that big deadlift, which kind of finishes things.
But you're a bench guy. You're a bench guy.
And go for what you need.
I thought you go to the bench girl, Jen Thompson, because you're a bench guy.
Well, she is the bench savage, but
here's the thing.
You gotta have it all. Dude, trust me, as a big bencher, I would rather have a big deadlift because you can go last and you know exactly what you need. Whereas, if you're a good deadlifter, or when you're a good bencher, it's like, I fucking hope I put up enough. You know what I mean?
Here's an interesting way to look at it, though. If you look at the world records, I don't know if ever anybody's going to catch up to Jen Thompson's bench in the 63-kilo women's.
Oh, yeah.
She might have established herself, whereas all the other lists by all the other girls, you could see in 10 years from now, okay, I can see that.
Yeah.
But honestly, nobody will ever bench press with Jen Thompson's bench press.
Bench is pretty ridiculous.
That's ridiculous. that's why, in terms of bench goals.
It's a hard lift to get pounds on, too.
Oh, fuck. 5 pounds is huge. So, anyways, all right. So, we got any other... Jen, Chelsea Savitt did well. And Gina Hensley, I known her from way back in the day, and she's doing damn good. She's young. Actually, there's another young girl in here that was... I think there was one of the... I don't know if it was this class or 63. Hell of a bench and, was still a teenager, for God's sake. Like a teenage.
I think I know her name. She's from here. Hold on.
She's 18 years old, bench pressing 240 or some shit.
Tyron? Or Taryn?
Yeah, I think that's her, man.
Yep, Taryn. She was at Zulu with me actually, a couple days before we went to Nationals. She has a really, really good bench. She just needs to bring up squat and deadlift and she'll be there. But who knows, man? I mean, if you look at her bench, but all the top 3 girls are benching what she's benching. And then you have 40 kilos on top of it with Jen.
Yeah.
God damn.
Okay, so let's take a look. The 84 kilo women, obviously. Your girl Daniela Mello did her thing and took a but
she actually squatted a world record or an unofficial world record, an American record, but she took a step back. It was easy and she kind of just lost balance at the top. So that sucks. 100%, she would have got a redo. It would have been fine, but
interesting enough, Amanda Lawrence actually broke Daniela's squat record, which I never thought would have happened.
I mean, Daniela hit it right back, and it was very easy. But
that's still pretty impressive because that girl's pretty young too.
It is what it is. Yeah, I mean, you got to have all 3 lifts to be a champ. You can't just have one super lift unless it's like a super lift.
Yeah, let's
you got to be well rounded.
Yeah.
And then so Danny did great. Her last deadlift, her hand tore actually pretty bad, really bad actually. But she actually pulls hook. Do you know any girls that pull hook?
No, sir. Not personally.
Yeah, so props to her for even being able to do that.
Yeah, it looks like she had a good 30-kilo lead on Dana McNeil. So it was a pretty much solid locking. Danielle's gonna go to the IPF Worlds, defend her IPF World Championship title, and do battle. I don't know if anybody's gonna beat her in the whole world neither. She's a solid lock.
We just gotta she's just gotta keep getting better. You know, my boy Sean's I've been working with Sean, and we're making sure that we're gonna keep her gains coming so long as the gains coming is what she wants. But yeah, man. I mean, other than that, Alicia Webb's an OG. We pretty much knew Danny was gonna win on her opener, so opener in like 1 second attempt.
And these other girls, nothing wrong with them. Just Danielle Mello is just on that other level. That's what happens with.
Yeah, she started very, very young, and she's kind of built for it.
Yeah,
so.
Some people's believers. Saying that's a good segue right into the women's 84 plus. Bonica is the same way, where like she's just like ahead of the pack. Some of these other girls are strong as shit. What's that?
Absurd amount. That's an absurd amount.
So she hit over 600-pound squat. For God's sakes, man. Like, she's a freak. No, but who's going to contend with that? And you got some strong girls going against her, but as long as she shows up.
She was not the heaviest girl in the class, believe it or not. Which is absurd to me, which is crazy because she's big, but she's not like, she's got a big frame. You know what I mean? Like, strong. She's strong. She could, like, she'll fucking knock you over.
Oh, dude, she's you can't do 600 pounds on just because you're big. It doesn't work like that, you know what I mean?
No, she has a big frame. Like, she's definitely got a ton of muscle under there. 509 Wilkes in a super heavyweight class is fucking nuts.
Dude,
because you need to be like, usually the higher, if you look at everybody underneath her, look at their Wilkes. 430, not even 400, not even 400, not even 400, 420. That is absurd. Bonica's going to be dominant for a long time. So, you know, as long as she wants to keep doing it, she's going to keep smashing and making guys feel lesser.
There's Leanne Hewitt. She's the young one who also does Olympic lifting. And Sarah Brenner, Sarah squats. Strong girls, but yeah, you're not going to get past Bonica. And so let's move on to the men. We got, I just picked up on the 74 kilos. So in 66.
59.
59. I don't know much about 59. Do you know 59?
Yeah, he does.
You got it?
Matthew Aram. I'm going to murder his name.
I'm trying to find it here. Hold on. It's going by juniors. Hold on. Let me just get to the open.
59. You got two guys, first and third.
Yep. Hold on 1 sec. All right. Here we go. Let me tell you, we gotta give you guys a little bit of backstory. Matthew works with Sean, but me and Sean are in touch to kind of like make sure everything's good. I'm there as like as a reference if he needs anything. Matthew didn't tell Sean, but he actually had to cut like 18 to 20 pounds, which relatively close to me.
At that body weight, that's a huge chunk of his body.
Well, he died to make weight. He also threw up when he tried to take anything in, but his deadlift is just so big, and he has a pretty good squat.
Dude, this guy's the size of me. He's lifting the 59 kilo.
Yeah, man. I think Matthew, if he can get his weight down a little bit and master that cut, which is absurd that he makes that cut, he can be more significant.
Dalton's Wilkes, though, over top of these guys for just body weight difference. That's huge.
Yeah, if you look at Dalton, though, he's kind of like made for deadlifting, like just the way that his anatomy is.
42 Wilkes
but shout out to Dalton for keeping the boys on their toes. My guy, Andre, he squatted 500 in training multiple times. But he's 17. He's 17.
That's insane, man.
He didn't tell me that he was worried about making weight, and he started starving himself and doing cardio, which you should never do. Very typical rookie mistake. Mm-hmm. And I told him, like, hey, man, like, you came to Nationals, you fucked up. You only missed one lift, but you're very young, and we have a long future ahead. This is not going to happen again, and you're going to be way better because of it. And this failure, right? in quotes, is going to set you up for a massive performance down the road. So, it kind of stung a little, but he knows his mistake. And moving forward, we're going to be in touch, and he's not going to freak out when he's heavy. He's going to say, hey, Joey, what should I do?
17 is so damn young, man. He's got God knows how many years ahead of him.
Yeah, so I'm not even worried about him, but I know that we can materialize that perfect day and give Matthew a run for his money. But Shorty, you guys know Shorty, he hit me up. He's coming back in a month. So that Shorty would have won with his last year total had he competed at this meet. But Shorty didn't compete.
Why was that again?
He was dealing with a glute thing.
Oh, yeah.
I think he also was just kind of burnt out. Shorty, those small guys, they have to do a lot to get their strength up because, they need stimulus. They just recover so quickly. So we're going to be very conservative with him and just kind of, ease him back into things and make sure that when he comes back, he's competitive, and him and Matthew and Andre can have a crazy three-way.
Hey now.
Hey now.
But
yeah, man.
So
that class was actually pretty. I was handling both Andre and Matthew, but part of it is you need to pay attention to what other people are doing, but at the same time, you can only take what's there. So some of the misses that Matthew had were just weird things, like hitting the rack, or I forgot how he lost his third squat. He misgrooved his second really bad, and I took a small jump. And he told me, hey, I can correct it, but he didn't. But it's all good. I mean, he cut a lot of weight. He has a very weird squat. I don't know if you guys saw. His feet are like this. His feet are just right next. Yeah, they're just right next to each other. Is one leg longer than the other? He's like that, and then he has to fold, and then he comes back up.
Oh, shit.
I've been talking to Sean, telling him, hey, man, let's just get him a normal squat. But young lifters, man, these kids are young. We gotta develop these guys and bring them, turn them into savages that we know they can be.
So what do you think? Let's move on to the 66 because I know we only got a half hour left.
Keith McHoney.
Keith McHoney is a beast. His Wilkes,
honestly, I couldn't believe that.
Charles was close. It wasn't as big.
Charles
wasn't a big blowout as what everyone thought.
Here's the thing that's kind of shitty though, is that Charles was in the session before. He was in the morning or the afternoon.
Oh, that's why I didn't see him. Okay.
Yeah, so Keith could just say, "Oh, what did you do? All right, I'm gonna beat that. I'm gonna beat that."
15 kilo. I mean, that's not
spread it over
stretch.
3 lifts. Over 3 lifts. Yeah.
But it's very nice to know that there's another guy to push Keith.
Yeah.
So, which is crazy. Like I said, there's one freak. And then in a couple years, there's another guy that goes toe to toe with him.
And it comes quick. Here's the thing.
Well, Charles, if he had to hit his third bench, it would have been within 10 kilos.
Yeah, and then you got to fight. Now, how about when Keith goes in Canada? I know we'll probably do a preview show, but man, he's always that guy. If he could turn it on at the Worlds and snag that world title. Now, Gladkick from Russia is who's got to go up against.
I mean.
That's a tough one.
It's a long time coming, man. I don't know if Keith is getting any better. I don't know his numbers too well, but
he's way up there. Well, he's not coming down. That's for sure. I think he's getting a little better here and there. I don't know his numbers either off by heart, but did he make any American records? Which would have been obviously PRs for him.
I'm looking at it right now. It doesn't seem like it because there are no chips. There are no chips or anything. But 255 is a record.
I think
it's some sort of record.
Did he get a PR total? I'm not even sure. Damn. I know he.
Yeah, because it would be 250. So for it to be 255 might not. No, 255 doesn't have to be a record. I'm not sure, man. I'd have to look it up. But as a matter of fact, we can move on while I look. Let me see.
Yeah.
That record. That squat is a record. That was a record, and the total was a record.
So he is peaking because I knew him. I heard we reposted too, and he's pretty happy. And I mean, when
this was a PR performance for him. Yeah. I'm looking at him right now. This is his best meet by 4 Wilkes points.
He just needs to do that at the IPF Worlds in Canada.
Yeah.
As long as he makes the team. Do you know why he didn't make the team last year? He said something about his behavior on another podcast, but I don't know the story about it. I don't want to. We could ask him.
Yeah, I believe it could have been some sort of conduct or something like that. But I don't have the details, so I don't want to put out.
We'll ask Keith sometime, but hopefully he makes it this time. And then because he could, he's right fucking there. Yeah. He's right there. Sorry, I'd love to see it. And then moving on to the 74s.
Taylor just walked away with that.
T. Wood just murdered everybody. Just thank you very much. Yeah. I'll collect another national.
It's one of the ones for him though, for Taylor especially, going 9 for 9 because he hasn't had in the past.
He always misses a third dead.
Yeah.
Dude,
but he's had some problems with. I mean, his squat and his bench are big, but he's had some problems with his squat too, like hitting depth or. There was one there where he popped up and he took a step backwards. There's been all kinds of things.
A 9 for 9 day, and then a 5.42 Wilkes. This is another cat who twice has gone to the Worlds, twice came in second to silver, and if he went 9 for 9 at the right time. Oh
man, the one of those losses though was just kind of they said he didn't lock out his knee, but it's kind of open to interpretation, and that would have given him the win.
So that's why he's another dude, man. If he in Canada, it could be he just needs to have this day there.
If he has, that's just it. If he goes for 9 for 9 and just chips away at this, there's a good chance he's going to win.
Yeah. Well, who's it going? It's 74. Who's
Russia
the 74
or something? Kazakhstan.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's Kazakhstan, I think.
Who won this year?
Yeah.
We'll see if some of these cats might even not go to Canada. It's a trip. It's a trip and a half. Even though I know it's world titles, it ain't easy.
Kazakhstan will go. They have nothing else to do.
Yeah, that's right. I don't know what they do.
I mean, they care about this shit. They care about
coming home with gold.
I think they give their lifters actual support, financial support. I'm not sure.
Yeah, some of them do. I heard that too. Some nations will give you'll get some money from the government if you win.
Yeah, they're taken care of. Shout out to all the Kazakhstanis out there. I didn't mean to.
Dude, our Kazakhstani market is so fucking small. I think there might be one dude from Kazakhstan who watches this.
You guys care about this shit way more. They're gonna fuck. They always bring the heat. You know what I mean? Isn't that the guy that beat Gibbs?
Whoa! Yes, sir. We actually
they bring the heat, man. We gotta respect the Kazakhstan.
When we interviewed Taylor said that's his competition.
Yeah. They're strong as shit. I love Taylor's a hell of a guy, through and through, genuine cat. I hope we can bring it home in Calgary. But,
and he played in the CFL.
He played Canadian professional football in Canada. So we'll claim him even a little bit.
Shout out to Stephen LeHue. Jumping infinity kilos to try to Hail Mary.
Dude, when Blake loaded up the bar for that, I was like, get the fuck out of it. The kid's got heart, kid's got balls, dude. I'm going out on my shield, even if I don't crack it off the floor. He didn't crack it off the floor, but everybody was on their feet, tell him he's gonna do this. Came close, and he's young. Look at Blake is a little behind Taylor, but he's young. When was he born? 95?
It's funny to see what he would have actually pulled because he went for a Hail Mary on that. He knew he had second secured.
Yeah, so he could have been a lot closer.
So he could have been a lot closer than what it was.
Dude, there's what kind of spread is there between them? There's 7 years between them. Blake could have his time. I'm not T. Wood's falling off anytime soon, but Blake's young as shit, and for him to be right in the mix against a guy who's
32.5 kilos. So, really,
and that's what the Hail Mary.
If he had to close that in with a 15 or something.
And he could have. Yeah. He probably could have. So, to be within 15 of T. Wood, who's potentially the best in the world, Blake's got a hell of a future, man. And,
yeah, man.
RJ, I think, is that your boy? The huge deadlifter?
Yangsu, hey, what are we talking about here?
Okay, let's go to 83. Let's move it on to 83. Because we only... Let's cut.
Before we go anywhere, our last one we did with this was hilarious because Joey called out him and you laughed because you're like, you thought he just called out some random fucking name on there.
And listen, I'm gonna eat egg because you know what, Joe? Because that's the truth.
Yeah.
And I hit Yansu up as soon as it happened. Said, do you want to come on the show? And he's like, yeah, I do.
Dude, I remember.
And I'm going to tell him right now, I'm like, dude, I fucking owe you a
I remember when
Jesus. I will never forget your goddamn
I
name.
remember when Joey
I
said
didn't know
his
who
name.
he was.
I know, just randomly
I
says his
know.
name. Maybe he'll pull something fucking big, he goes, and then this guy does.
Yeah, you're like, maybe he'll post. Dude, when he pulled, what the fuck? Look at your boy murdered it, and everyone's hype on Russell, no doubt. But that almost stole the show, man. I was like, hold 750,
I thought that shit was up and down.
That was
Get
great.
that shit out of here. Come on, judges.
That was,
You
it
gotta
was
be better
good.
than that.
It was there was controversy. I mean, it was thing is so it was so dramatic.
It was, dude. Tina broke it down for me like frame by frame about how the bar came up, went down, and came up again, and I was like, yeah, but when it's that hyped,
Dude, it was too
really
hype.
alter reality.
It was a movie.
Like what you think you're seeing.
It was a movie. Literally,
you
it's
want
like,
it to happen.
You do. You look like because judges are human. We talk about David Ricks with squats. You're human. We'll get to him in a second because I wasn't sure his third squat that they gave to him would have passed, but they gave it to him. And the judges are human. You don't want to see like you can't help but watch this. And be like, this is something special. This fucking kid.
It wasn't a chip on the world record. It was a
No,
fucking
dude,
jump.
it wasn't like no. There's no chip. Well, I mean, it's not an official world record. Sure as shit is a national record.
Right.
It will be a world record.
That's what I'm saying. Like it
No,
wasn't
dude,
a chip.
it was
it's an unofficial.
insane, man. It was like, what is this guy doing? Who wants to be the party pooper to take away from him? You know what I mean? You're almost. Anyways, so Yang Su, the deadlift panda, he's gonna be on the show, and I'm gonna throw some egg in my face, maybe literally. I deserve it. And then
Man.
he came close. Sean fourth. We know the day he had. Charlie was
If Sean would have got that second squat, Charlie's in big trouble.
Yeah, no shit.
Looking at this just makes me even more. I'm actually gonna text Sean as soon as we're done and be like, dude, I'm just fucking livid with how we weren't disciplined. We should have just stayed in the pocket. It's only with Sean, man, because he's
too close emotionally,
and I let his kind of like feedback influence my decisions a little bit, but at the same time, I believe he had 5 kilos in him. I think he dive bombed that third squat. He just kind of like was a little too excited and dropped.
Well, if he had hit his second squat, he would have tied Charlie.
it looked like he was a little different on his third because he got called for
Well,
depth.
on Dead,
So we felt
he definitely had 300 kilos.
Yeah, he's done
He
that.
definitely had 300, but we just fucking YOLO'd it because it's like there was no point. Once he knew that he couldn't catch Charlie, he was like, I don't care. But he bench was great. We fucked up on squat. We got back in the pocket, and then he did great. And then we didn't miss a single lift after that till the third deadlift when it was kind of like, all right, we'll just hit it. Go for what you want. But Russell, like, I didn't take any chances with him. I made sure we stuck to the plan, and that's an American record.
It looked easy. Like, and Russell smashed records. Like, he's smashing like that squat record.
Yeah.
Dude, he hit 300.5 kilo squat.
672 was there, I believe.
Dude, he didn't need it to. Like, don't gamble away an IPF
No, exactly.
But,
So
but
here's another thing.
It's potential, dude. It's scary.
Charlie,
what could he
in
do?
the gym, I saw Charlie hit 7 pretty easy, or 675 pretty easy. So I didn't know what he could really do, and I didn't want to risk like him jumping and trying to catch him.
Yeah. Charlie hits that. How big is this cat? Because he looked fucking huge when he was out there.
He's like my height. He's like 5'10", 5'10 and a half, but he's really jacked. He has a very small waist.
Dude, and let me say
he
something.
cut a lot of weight.
The late starts to the prime time really helped those guys who cut a lot of weight. Because Charlie looked like he was fucking 105 kilo. Right? He was huge. I was like, this dude is huge. He's jacked.
When I saw his squat, and when I saw his third squat, I was like, all right, he didn't lose shit from his cut. We're going to have to watch out for him. But,
dude, he's a young dude, jacked up, watch a girl around him. What's that?
You have to respect every lifter because that if you go into a meet and you're just kind of like, oh, this guy's not going to do shit, that's when they catch you.
And you weren't. I knew you were saying before. You're like, fuck the nominations. I know what this cat's about. And if he's got one of these, if he recuperates from his cut, he's the guy we're looking for. And it looks like he was the guy.
It was pretty much how it panned out. I thought it was going to pan out. With Russell, I kind of, part of me, after his 8th lift, he comes off and he's like,
what? You did that?
700.
700.
And Charlie's second deadlift was pretty easy, and I was like, you know what, man, like, if you look at, like, I didn't want to risk it, and I was like, let's just bury it. Let's just win. Let's just get the dub. Let's get out of here. Let's go in, get the dub, get out. And at Worlds, or at the Arnold, I can push Russell because there's less on the line. You know, there's money on the line, but it's like,
you made the world team.
The world spot.
What Russell might not know, what you definitely fucking know, you go to the Worlds, if you win the Worlds, look what happened with John Hack and yourself. You win a world title, your fucking career changes. What Russell doesn't know, he's a young guy. That's where a guy like you be like, listen, son, the shit that's on the line, make this world team, you just win one.
Dude, honestly, put it like this. Here's a great example. If somebody had a gun to your head and said, if you, like,
I suck your dick.
I'm going to pull the trigger. No, if somebody had a gun to your
head. Wait a minute, I put it in my face. All right, let's do this.
If somebody had a gun to your head and said, if you lose, I'm going to pull the trigger, what would you do?
I suck his dick.
That's how I look at it. Even though I'm up by 20 keys.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. I'm sandbagging. Yeah. Well, that's
you know what I mean?
It is like, but it is what you said. I mean, afterwards, I was talking to my girl watching this, and he can go to Arnold's and go for it. He can go YOLO, nothing at stake. Try to break some. You can even break IBF records.
There's money on the line. There's money on the line, but I want him to have fun. I want to kind of say, hey man, you were disciplined at when we needed to be disciplined, and now it's time to put a little sauce on it and go out there and hit something big and get hyped in front of this Arnold crowd, because the Arnold crowd is unlike any crowd.
And you know
what I mean?
Are they going to let you break world records this year at the Arnold's? I heard they might be changing it. Are they still? Do you know?
If they did, it would be on Saturday. But what is the world record? 83 kilo total.
817.5. I think it's 817, right? Because Gibbs just did it this year.
That's a little bit out of our range just because of Gibbs' bench. But, I mean, we have momentum right now. Russell's not slowing down anytime soon, and he's ready to work. And I got the keys, and we're just going to keep moving, man. 817 in a year from now is going to be like
45 pounds.
Second attempt.
45 pounds over that's 45 pound jump over 3 lifts, dude. Look. Looking at what Russell.
Considering he went 9 for 9.
How Russell squat and his dead moved. He has 45 pounds by the Worlds. He might need it at the Worlds. Do you think he'll have it if he has to do it at the Worlds?
We're gonna bring everything, and we're gonna do the best that we can. I definitely think that Russell is in terms of the psychology and just being a competitor, he's ready to go. He's not gonna let any hype mess with him. He gets in his zone, and you're not breaking it. You know what I mean? Once he's in his zone, he will lift what's on the bar, and that's what I need so that I can do my thing, and together we can fuck shit up. You know what I mean? And that's something that I need to give to Sean. I need to give that to my younger lifters so that when meet day comes, they don't care about anybody else and they just do them so that I can do me and we can fuck shit up.
Sometimes it's like, don't even look at nothing. I'll look at it. Just lift what I put on the bar.
That's literally what we're going to do. I'm not going to, at the Arnold, I'm not going to give Sean his numbers. I'm just going to be like, lift what I put on there. But yeah, man, I'm excited for the future with both Sean and Russell and everybody really. But just because we're on the topic, I want them to get better. I'm excited to see what we can do next Nationals.
So let me put you on the spot real quick, because this could be, in Calgary, in Canada. I don't know if you know this. I hope I'm not dropping news. Gibbs was flirting with the idea of moving to Canada, and I don't know if. I'm not sure how it all works. You got to qualify to go to the Worlds. But let's say Gibbs goes to the World Championships. This could be another Joey Flexx team member, Russell, against Brett Gibbs. Another huge 83-kilo showdown.
Oh, it is going to be. It is going to be. But, I've been there before. I already know what's up. I'm ready.
Do you think your boy's got 817, 818 in him? By June.
100%.
Yeah, okay.
Absolutely. If I didn't believe in him, then I wouldn't even bother. Absolutely. I think
that'll be
can do anything.
So hype. Dude,
I think he can put up 830.
Whoa!
I think he can put up 830.
Whoa!
Actually,
there you go.
We're bulking up right now. He's bulking up to about 190, 193.
Wow,
that's really going to help his squat and bench even more.
Yeah.
But
because he ain't chubby.
We'll worry about that when it comes. Right now, we just got to get
that's another show. That's another show.
Absolutely. Another show. We'll do another recap. We'll break it down. Right now, we're going to stay in the pocket like we've been doing.
That's right. So, okay, 93 kilo men. I was shocked. Look at Ashton, 20 years old. Guy is built like he's a fucking house. He's another cat we contacted. We're going to have on the show as soon as possible.
The fact that he came up with that third squat as easy as he did, I was like, I mean, he got turned down, but I was like, holy hell. What the fuck is going on right now?
Yeah, but he's 20. He's 20, man. Like, who are these kids? He's jacked as shit. The guy's muscular development's off the charts.
Nice body.
The big thing is, what's your opinion on this? Now, I love LS. We're going to see him next week, too. Looks like there's another cat we're going to be filming. We're trying to get as many guys from USAPL on the show as possible, so we're going to squeeze him in as well. But I thought LS had more in his deadlift than Ashton did, which would have been, and that's a coulda, woulda, shoulda. That's a coulda, woulda, shoulda, I know. But how do you know until after you pull it? That's one of those damned if you do moments. Because if he went too high, then Ashton's like, oh, fuck, I got this. Thank you for missing.
We went to go get some steaks, and I kept heckling LS saying, like, I mean, you could have just won the world title, but, like, you didn't want to.
The thing is, this is a PR total for LS, though. So
it's a big jump, though. It's a big jump, and I think what you have to do, and I'm pretty sure that Ryan Doris, his handler, was kind of like, you have to watch Ashton's second pull and kind of guess what he has.
Yeah. And that's tough, man. Like it is like, if you go too far, look at 840 is a big ass total. I think it's bigger. It's a PR for LS. So you're thinking to yourself, like, look, I obviously I want to get as close to the edge as I can, but if I teeter over, I gave it to Ashton right off the bat. It's better that LS pulled with a little intent than fucking just gave it to him, missed your third, and then everybody will be like, at least it was up for grabs. Made Ashton fight for it.
This was Ellis's best meet, so...
Joey, your boy won by 0.04 kilos.
Yeah, for fourth.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So he was nominated ninth, and we had to pull some shit, and we fucking got in there, and if you guys notice, the guys that are in the close matchups, like, we don't miss. I'm not going to miss. Sean is an exception, but I already explained that. Yeah. I'm not going to fuck around when it comes to that stuff.
0.04 body weight.
We took a very small jump from his opener to his second because he just didn't look good. Like, there was a lot of... I was like, oh, shit, maybe he's not used to squatting on these plates. Yeah. And then he blew it up, and then we took a big jump. Jonathan's also competing at the Arnold, so he's definitely going to break that 500 Wilks.
Let me ask you something. Let me put you on the spot right now, both of you guys. I love David Ricks, okay? I fucking love the guy. I'm going to see LS next week. He probably punch me in the mouth if I said anything wrong about David Ricks, because you know how he loves David Ricks. But honestly, I didn't think he had a squat that hit depth, and I was pulling for this guy like, please, man, hit depth on this third one, because like David Ricks is like a dude you can't help but be cheering for him. He's like, you know what I mean? He's like a father figure for almost everybody.
But he's in a division now, and he's a GOAT.
But what did you guys say? Oh, he's a GOAT. Oh,
but that's what I'm saying. He's a GOAT.
But what did you guys think on that third? I'm not letting you off the hook on this. Did you think the third one was depth?
No.
My man's?
I didn't see it again.
Oh, come on, man! Look at you! Come on, the gun's to your head right now. The gun's to your head. What is it?
Hold on. The gun's to my head right now. The gun's to my head. If the gun's to my head, I'll be like, you gotta get a little lower, man.
That's right. And look, and
well, they were calling depth from the front this meet, which was so weird. Like I had so many people.
Oh shit! Jennifer Millican's calling.
It's like, damn, like, I mean, if they're doing that, then they can call anything.
You message Jennifer, tell her we're on the right path, right? Sorry, man, Jennifer Millican tried to call in right now. I think she had a view on the fucking squad as well she wanted to throw in there. No, she was calling. I think she's a little early. But, so you...
Messenger, tell her Flexx is here.
That's right. Hang on a second. We double booked. But, so you were actually saying, it's interesting, in the preview show, you actually had mentioned that you thought that this might be a situation. You thought you were saying, look, and I don't know. I don't look. It moved quick enough. Is it just? I'm not sure what it is. He was grabbing his hip though. So I mean, he's 57.
It looks like he's in pain, man.
Yeah.
To be honest.
It looked like he was a little in pain. Like I think he could handle the weight. The way it was moving, it's just
to handle it, hit depth, and then come out without some kind of pain, I think to get depth was hurting him. It looked like. I would love to be able to ask him, but
yeah, it's unfortunate. But hey,
either way, I'm glad he. You know what? But saying that, I'm glad they gave it to him anyways. Even though you should never say that, I'm glad he finished today because I love me some David Ricks. I think he came in third. No.
Yep.
Came in third, and then obviously our boy
Dave Ricks for throwing down with the young pups.
And then our boy L.S. McLean friggin' came in second on body weight.
Look at that birthday, 1959.
I know he's from the 50s. He's from the fucking 50s, for God's sakes, man. How do you not love this guy? I posted in there, like, will David Ricks slay these young cats? And he did slay a shitload of them. Just couldn't slay the top two dogs, who LS and Ashton, I mean, who's going to slay them? They're the best in the world. It's, like, put it this way. This is how tough it is. Defending IPF world champion, second at US Raw Nationals. That's how hard it is to win the US Raw Nationals, how tough the competition is. You know? And LS McLean is probably one of the nicest guys in powerlifting you're going to see. We'll have him on the next week on the show as well.
Very inspiring, very motivational.
Yeah, and Lane Norton.
I was going to ask, what was that like watching Lane on there again?
Listen, okay, I'll be back in 1 sec. I'm going to let you guys talk this. You want to hop around in Daddy's chair for a second? I got to piss out of my big fat dick. I'll be back in a second. Come on over
I
here.
gotta go. We're gonna cut this out, right? Because I gotta go too. I'm gonna run to the restroom.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
I don't know if Ryan's peeing right now or if he's sending Morse code. His old age, I think, is kicking in.
So Joey.
All right, let's try to go another. We'll go another 15.
Okay, another hot 15. Let's spit a hot 15 right now. We'll go quick. Real quick, so because we got to move on quickly. Lane, he's catching in. I think if he had a decent bench, obviously he just got his opener. He's actually getting fairly close to his old numbers. The thing is, his old numbers aren't going to cut it anymore.
I think he could have got third if he could hit his old numbers.
Thing is, what I was saying is, well, maybe.
If he would have got that third squat, he would have jumped up quite a bit.
Now that squat, I thought he should have got. I thought he should have got that third squat.
I don't know what that was. Honestly, I think it was a misload and.
I think it was deep enough though. It was a misload. I thought it was deep enough. But whatever. After I saw David Ricks third and they gave it to Dave, and then they took away Lane's third, I was like, I would have swapped those calls. But fuck it, love me some Dave Ricks. So let's keep moving. And honestly, Lane's trying to catch up to his old numbers. His old numbers won't even get him a bronze at this point, man. Even Dave Ricks, I think he got 800 last time.
He would have got fourth. Yeah, he would have got fourth.
So anyways, you got it. This day and age, you know how powerlifting's going. You want to move it to the 105s?
Yes, sir. 105s. All right, so first off, shout out to Eli Burks for moving that weight off the ground. Holy shit.
He had to go for a YOLO. He
could get it. He could get it, man. If he could hold it, I bet you he could get it.
Yeah, he's a hell of a sportsman. Fuck it, let's pull for the win.
Also, all right, so Bryce won, Garrett got second. Eli could have easily got second, but he was like,
I know,
10 kilos.
What's the point?
You know what? I respect that because he wants to go to the Worlds again. I respect that. Load it up. It's not about placings. I came to win. I like that.
Yeah, I just want to bring it up because it's a hot topic. Watching Bryce's third deadlift, I did think there was some up and down. If it got red lighted, I wouldn't have been surprised. But people are like, oh, should he have got that? Shouldn't he have got that? He did. It was 3 whites. The jury actually wanted to take it away, but they couldn't because it was 3 whites.
Oh,
at the end of the day,
I didn't know that.
At the end of the day, I mean, that's what I've been told by multiple people. If you get the lights, from the judges in the seat, be happy with it. You got it. He's strong enough to lift the weight. It's a technical thing. He will correct it next time and make sure that isn't a factor, or do the best that he can. But you got the win. Just to be happy with it. People are like up in arms about it, but had he not got that, he's fucked. Eli's gonna get him, but he got it, and
It is what it is.
It is what it is, and be happy with it, and just be like, all right, I'm gonna make it cleaner next time. I got lucky. Move on. That's it.
Because that's sports.
Literally.
Here's the thing with sports. You are going to get calls. People aren't necessarily going to argue with. Sometimes the cookie the crumbles the other way where you didn't get a call you thought you should have. Sometimes it goes the way where you get a call and you're like, oh, fuck me, I got lucky there. But it all works out in the wash, right? So it is what it is. Now, how about Blevins? That one dead that it looked like he got shot the way he went down into. I thought he was goofing.
That was actually funny as hell.
I thought he was goofing at the start. I thought he was being dramatic and grabbed at that shit like oh, I missed, and he's goofing around a little. But he went straight down. I was like, oh damn! Not often you see a guy like Mike Tyson just popped him. Gave what he had. Now
he got sniped.
He lost a couple matches now against Bryce. You know, I'm sure he wants to
get. He's got to materialize a good deadlift. If he can do that, I think
his subtotal's amazing.
Well, if he had to hit it, he would have tied him, and he would have beat him on bodyweight.
If they ever, let's say after bench, if the lights go out, they got to kill it. Like, fuck me. Sorry guys, we got to stop the meet. Wherever we're at with subtotals, you win. Man, Blevins could be the fucking champion of the world. He's a subtotal champion of the world. Right, but
Nick Wadis is a very big bencher.
I was just going to say that 504.
Yeah, he benched quite a bit more than Garrett.
Yeah,
the guy is pretty jacked. You know, these guys are coming up. I think Nick's going to keep getting better, and he might be. You know, he's going to give those top three guys a run, I believe. And then Ben Rice, he's got a good pull. He's coming up. Garrett with the YOLO 360 at the end there, or Garrett Bailey. But yeah, man, I mean, 105s are pretty absurd. Like, you have like 4 or 500 plus Wilks, and then you got a couple 490s in there. So very, 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 very competitive. It's going to continue to evolve and be competitive as the years go on. I'm confident. I am confident.
Yeah.
You know, that's going to be the case.
Now, what about moving on to 120s? Our boy
so
Dennis.
120s.
He missed a couple lifts here and there, but he's so far ahead.
He still Wilks 552.
Which is 552 Wilks on a bad day. But I don't think anyone in the world's going to catch him. When we say a bad day, this is a bad day for Dennis. But, like, nobody else in the fucking world can catch Dennis even on a bad day, it looks like.
Well, at Worlds, he only totaled 8 kilos more.
Really? Bawafi was within 8 kilos? Is that right? I didn't remember that being that close.
No, at Worlds, Dennis hit 8 kilos more. So, although this wasn't Dennis's best meet, it wasn't that bad of a meet for him.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, yeah.
Actually, never mind. In 2016 Worlds, Dennis hit 978 total, and he Wilks 563. So that was his best meet. I don't think his best days are behind him. I just think he's too heavy right now, and it's making his cut
too much.
Hard.
Judging off of his training cycle, his best days are definitely he's in his prime. It's exactly that. I think because
he's not going to go super when there's a Ray Williams running around.
No, hell no, no sense.
Yeah.
And why not? At 120, he's top dog. He could carve out a dynasty, go back to back to back to back, or come in second or third constantly at super heavy. So yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean,
World's bench was what gave him his issues too, and then those squats like that hitting those. I mean, he didn't have a good day, not at all.
For him, yeah.
For him, I mean, in training compared to that, but I mean,
yeah,
I think it's but I think it's exactly what Joey said. I mean, he's a 285, 290 pound man that cuts down to 260. Like,
yeah.
There's a way to do it, but at the same time, it would be foolish to think you're not going to lose anything.
True. Yeah. It's just the way it is.
I just want to see him.
I'm not saying that's what he's thinking. I'm just saying, like, you know, if you're cutting a lot, you're going to lose some juice.
I just want to see him put up that 400, get it over with.
He wants that 400 squat. We've seen him hit a 900 squat, which is 400 kilos is 880, and we've seen him hit 900 leading into this. But I mean, obviously, like Joey said, you're going to cut some water like that. It's going to happen. Now, what about the 120s? we're almost done, and we're gonna let you go. Ray Williams, not an amazing.
I mean, I'd love to stay, but I gotta get to work. Yeah, 120 plus. Ray, it's the Ray show. Ray just kind of.
But it was tight between.
It was
second
really
and
sad
third.
that he missed that squat. To be honest.
Was it tight?
Yeah.
No.
Second and third.
Oh, second and third. Yeah.
Oh yeah, second and third was very tight.
Yeah, it's a 1 point Wilkes.
Holy shit!
2.5 kilo difference.
Damn. Yeah, no kidding.
Gotta make those thirds, man.
And our boy Jason Mike, who's a mostly bench guy,
Had a shitty bench day.
shitty bench day, but actually had a squat day that was pretty good. Yeah, Ray Williams, man.
Shout out to Grant Higa,
Yeah.
one of the OGs again, 47 years old,
1970.
Grant Higa. Yeah,
hitting the top 8.
yeah, and also Bo
Shout out
Moore.
to Bo Moore, one of the OGs, bunch of you youngins don't even
That's
know
right.
about Big Bo.
Well, now they know. Now you know. There you go. Now you know if you've seen it. He made prime time, put on a show too. Yeah, honestly, we'll recap in terms of the national team when we get closer to the Worlds, and obviously we'll look at Jezza and who Ray's got to worry about.
Joe, how much is 372.5 kg?
How much is that, Randy? 372.5?
It's 8 something. Yeah, I was going to say Joseph Pina. I was just going to mention him. Yeah, he had an 8 something. 8.
And he's a kid. He's still a teenager. He's a
18.
kid. No,
He's
gotta be
19.
older. He's 19.
19.
He's gotta be older. He's known 18 3 years in a row. You've been saying he's 18 forever since we've seen him.
Oh shit!
But yeah, man. Listen, who won the Wilkes? Who won the Wilkes one? Who won the Wilkes? I said Ray.
Ray destroyed it.
Ray
Beat it by like 30.
Okay, so next time we're gonna actually write down our picks, and then we're gonna have
it wasn't even close, man.
Yeah,
Ray
I know.
just destroyed
30
everyone.
points.
Yeah. And now is Ray missing? He missed a couple lifts. He didn't do his third bench. They redid it. He missed his third squat. That was a bad day for Ray.
Do you think
Fucked him up, man.
do you think if Dennis went in there, like, it won't be, if he went in as a heavyweight, do you think he'd take him on Wilkes?
I could give me one.
We're gonna
sec,
hypothesize because he get that 900 squat.
No. I can look. Let me see.
Like no cut, full out to take him on Wilkes.
Well, didn't they matched up the 1 year? Did he take him that year?
I thought 2000.
Hold on, really quickly while I look this up. It's so interesting to me how Randy has such a Canadian accent, and Ryan, you don't have shit. You're like you're from here.
Does he got a Canadian accent? No shit.
He just said take him out.
I probably got the little ones you'll catch it. Hold on a second, this guy's Canadian.
Nah, but okay, yeah. So even when Dennis went super, he's not gonna out Wilkes Ray.
What was 2016?
120 plus Raw Nationals. He hit 561.75 Wilkes. So yeah,
That's not close.
Big Ray. No one's gonna catch Ray, man. I'm telling you, the Wilkes formula. After a certain body weight, it doesn't matter.
Just
like
goes
you're
on
not
strength.
gonna lose points the bigger you get.
We need to bring in like some mathematician or some shit. Sit down and be like, explain to us, how's this working? This is all over.
Greg Knuckles made an alternative, but it's not gonna happen because I think they just want to make everything like the Olympic weightlifting as close as we can because we want to get in the Olympics, obviously, and everybody knows Wilkes. But
it seems
yeah, man.
to favor the big boys, though, for some reason.
Yeah, definitely does.
The big and the little.
The big and the little, man.
Big and the motherfucking little.
And I'm neither.
But yeah, guys, thanks for having me on.
Man, thanks for coming on again.
It's pretty high. Hey, yeah, we'll do another one before Worlds. I'll see you, right? I'm gonna see you there, right? Assuming you're gonna.
Yeah, I just talked to. Nothing's official, but I'm more than likely going to be commentating again. It's in Canada, my neck of the woods. So unless something unforeseeable happens in the near future, I'll be there.
Wait, man, just let me tell you, I got friends, right? A lot of cool, powerful friends, and they like you, man.
That's all right. Okay, good.
Shout out to. I'm just talking about Johnny Candido. He loves you. Yeah, he loves you, dude. He wants you on there. I'd like to have you there. I think you're a cool dude. I think you are, again, I said this at the end of the last podcast, what you guys are doing, bringing promotion and creating hype and anticipation and rivalries and just highlighting, the performances in the sport. I think that's what we need to kind of help get powerlifting just more notoriety. We need those close matchups. Everybody wants to see Russell versus Gibbs.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to see John versus Russell. Everybody wants to see, Riggs, LS, Jess. And when Jesse Norris competes, which is probably going to be next year, I've already got I'll be back.
God, I hope so. God, I hope he does.
Well, when he got that call out, it seemed like all of a sudden Jesse's like, well, it's time to go back into training. I noticed one of his posts.
Ashton, there's hype now. He's 20. Ashton's progress is going to be through the roof because he's so fucking young.
I don't know if Ashton will bench 440 like I know Jesse can, but Jesse can also. I think Jesse will edge him on squat, edge him on bench, pull with him, and win. At the same time, if Jesse misses a squat on depth, which seems to happen every time we come to this fucking meet.
That's it. That's why it's exciting, right?
But Ashton might too. So
yeah, that's true.
There are that's the thing. Coming into this meet, there are a lot of unknowns, but then things kind of play out how you anticipate, aside from a couple of knickknacks here and there. But yeah, man, it's gonna be good. Powerlifting's on the come up.
Joey, listen, thanks for coming on the show, and congratulations. Joey Flexx, Team Flexx, once again, back-to-back like Drake, back-to-back like the cover of Lethal Weapon, back-to-back like Jordan 96-97. Joey Flexx wins the USA Raw Nationals Team Award. And, yeah, man, congratulations on all your accolades, and we look forward to seeing you guys do Battle at the Arnold and then the IPF Worlds.
Yeah, buddy, thank you guys so much.
Have a good one, man. Talk to you next time. See you.